Hey everyone, how are you doing? It's Marla. Hopefully everyone is doing well. This is going to be a voiceover, get ready with me, but I wanted to do an intro for the tinted suntan lotion that I'm going to be using in this. I was at my local grocery store several weeks ago and just was standing in line ready to check out and saw this tinted sunscreen that had an SPF of 50. And I don't know if this is how you pronounce it. The name of the company is MyChelle or MyChelle Dermaceuticals. I will actually link their webpage down in the description box. But I was in there, and the reason that I picked this up was, a lot of times I don't care about slathering suntan lotion all over my face, sunscreen. It doesn't bother me, but sometimes, like if I'm going out at night and the sun is still out and I want to eat out at a cafe, or if you're invited to a picnic, sometimes I hate slathering all that sunscreen over. I want an SPF of 50, but I don't want kind of that white cast or greasy feeling of a lot of sunscreens. And the other thing I liked about this was it's made without any GMOs, gluten, parabens, petroleum, phthalates, sulfates, ureas, artificial fragrances, artificial colors. It's vegan and it's cruelty-free. So I picked it up. It's new from the company. And the reason I really love this company is it is a local company. It is made basically up the street from me. I'm in Boulder and it's about 15 miles from my house. This is made in a small town in Colorado. This is what I'm going to use as my foundation today, and you'll see how beautiful this is. So if you're ever going to an event and you want to look good out in the sun, this is really a great option. So again, it's an SPF of 50, and you can shake the bottle. There's a little shaker ball inside. It's very lightweight when it comes out. It's very liquidy. It only comes in 2 shades. It comes in light medium and also medium dark. I kind of mix the two of them together to get my color because I have an olive complexion. So let's get started on a garden party look, out in the sun look, but you still want to look good and you want to look kind of fancy. Let's get started. I know some people like to put on their sunscreen first, and some people like to put their sunscreen on top of all their makeup. But before I put the sun shield on, I like to prep my face just for color correction with my DHC Q10 base makeup. No surprises, I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer on my eyelids to cover up the redness. I love this Tarte Pro Palette. I think the shadows are really nice. For me, they blend very well. I'm going to use the bottom row for this look. I am going to use Indie, Edgy, and also Punk and Trendy. And then, as usual, under the brow, I am going to use Classic and Vintage. This is going to be a slightly darker eye look. I'm going to start with Indie all over my lid. I'm going to take the shade Edgy and put that all through the crease and also put that all over my lid. I'm taking the shadow Punk, which is quite dark, and being really careful and just putting that in my outer crease, right in the outer V of my eye. I'm going back to Indie and just carrying it over that area between my brow and my lid just to soften up that darker shade that I placed up there. Now I'm taking this really pretty shade Trendy and mixing just a little bit of glam with it. And for the area under my brow bone, I like to mix a little bit of Vintage with Classic. And now I'm taking this no-name, very dense brush that I always use to blend all my eyeshadows in with. I love this brush. I wish I knew where it came from. It's as if it just kind of was born on my vanity, but I love it. There's no name on it. It's just a perfectly dense, bristled brush for blending in eyeshadows. That is a mouthful. A lot of B's on that sentence. I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I think this is the Onyx shade of the Maybelline Unstoppable Eyeliner Pencil. The only thing I use eyeliner pencils for mainly is for tight lining. I really don't line my lower lashes anymore. I just feel like it makes my eyes look a lot older and more tired. I think it looks better just if I do tight lining on my upper lashes on my lid. I like to curl my eyelashes several times before I put on my mascara, and as usual I'm using my Cherry Blooms Fiber Mascara. This is, again, as I've said 1,000 times before, my ride or die mascara, especially for someone like me who has very sparse eyelashes. I put on the gel on my lashes. Now I'm putting on the actual fibers. And I'm locking those fibers in by putting the transplanting gel one more time on my lashes. Okay, my left eye is done, and I'm going to do my right eye off camera. There we are. Both eyes are complete. I am shaking up the sunscreen, and I think I'm just going to mix the two together on my face, and I really think I'm going to just use my hands. I think that's probably the best way to rub this into my face. As I said before, the sunscreen is very liquidy. I think I'm just going to insert a picture so you can see the difference between the two shades. This is what the two different shades of the sunscreen look like on my hand in the windowsill in daylight. The top one is the darker shade. The bottom one obviously is the lighter shade. And as you can see, they are very neutral. I have an olive complexion. I can make this work, but again, it's kind of not pink. It's kind of not yellow based. It's more of a very neutral tinted sunscreen. So I'm going to put a little bit of both different shades on my face and just blend it all into my skin. This tinted sunscreen has a very pretty finish. It doesn't look cakey on my skin. It is great for my skin because it doesn't dry my skin out, but it also has no oily or greasy feeling at all, and it has really good lasting power throughout the day. Now I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Setting my eyes with my e.l.f. HD powder. To give my face a little color and kind of definition, I'm using this cocoa bronzer from 100% Pure. I love this bronzer. It is so pretty. It's not orange. It's flat matte, so I do have to highlight if I want a little bit of a glow, but it goes on so nicely. It's very creamy. For my blush, I'm using another 100% Pure product. It is their Fruit Pigmented Blush, and this one is called Healthy. Using my IT Cosmetics Airbrush Perfecting Powder in my T-zone area. I'm using a slightly different highlighter today. This is the Wet n Wild highlighting powder. I'm not usually a fan of powders on my mature skin. For highlighters, I really prefer liquid highlighters, but this one is not a bad highlighter. It's just not my favorite. I'm just taking a dry brush. This doesn't have any product on it, and just kind of using it as a blotter all over my face. Sorry for all that sort of static in the background, but I'm actually editing this video in my car and it's hailing right now on my car. So sorry about that. I am going to do my eyebrows now, and I'm going to use my Cherry Blooms Fiber Brow, and I love to use the stencil because it makes my life so much easier. And I mix two shades. I mix a little bit of mocha with a touch of cappuccino.
To clean up the edges of my brows, I like to use TopBrow by Kiss Professional. I love this little eyebrow pencil. Then I just clean up my brow with a Q-tip. All done. And now for the other eye. The only thing left on my face to do is my lip. I am going to combine two Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. This Peyote lipstick from Urban Decay is almost gone. I can't believe how much I've used this lipstick. I love it so much. I don't even know when the last time was that I used up a lipstick. And I've already used this up and I've had it for less than, I don't know, a couple months. And on top of Peyote, I'm going to put a little bit of the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in Trance. There we go, all done. This is such a beautiful tinted sunscreen. Again, SPF 50, no phthalates, no GMOs, no petroleum, cruelty-free. If you are looking for a really lovely sunscreen that's SPF 50, please check out their website. This is more of a slightly drying formula, so if you're super dry, if you have super dry skin, you may want to be aware of that, but I love it. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Take care. Bye-bye from Marla.